In this video, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 running backs that should be in your NFL fantasy lineup in Week 6. Coming right up. How you doing, guys? It's Darian Hopkins here from the Spotlight Sports Talk, and we're here to talk about our channel and what we do on our channel, who to start and who to sit in week-by-week fantasy picks from DraftKings, FanDuel, ESPN, NFL Fantasy, you name it, we got it right here. So before we get started with these picks, if you're definitely new to the page, I'll definitely consider subscribing if you want more news and latest updates around fantasy football and DFS. So let's just get started here, and these are my top 5 running backs that you should have in your NFL fantasy lineup. So the first running back that we have on our list here is Marshawn Lynch from the Oakland Raiders going up against the Los Angeles Chargers. If you watch the Chargers defense this season, you know exactly why Lynch should go all beast mode this week. Los Angeles has surrendered an average of 36.7 PPR points to running backs over the last 2 weeks. And the position is averaging a ridiculous 5.47 rush per attempt this year. Also, I like Jalen Richard as a sleeper. Yes, I have to agree with what half that said. They let LeGarrette Blount run all over them when the Chargers played them, and Darkwa had a good running game against them when they played the Giants. So I really do like these 2 running backs as a sleeper for Marshawn Lynch to actually go off this week. I think this will be his best game of the week for the Oakland Raiders. The next running back that we have is C.J. Anderson from the Denver Broncos going up against the New York Giants. Anderson and the Broncos are fresh off a bye week, and he is a solid fantasy option ahead of this week's home matchup versus the Giants. Over the last 2 weeks, the G-men have surrendered an average of 28.10 PPR points per game to running backs. This unit has also given up 12-plus PPR points in the 4 runners in 5 weeks. So they have given up a lot in every single week that they have played with against the Giants defense. C.J. Anderson is definitely a viable option. He's coming off a fresh bye week after beating the Oakland Raiders and running for almost 100 rushing yards with them. So if you do have C.J. Anderson in your lineup, I suggest you put him in there this week against the New York Giants. The next running back that we have on our list here is Alivin Kamara from the New Orleans Saints versus the Detroit Lions defense. The trade that sent Adrian Peterson to the Cardinals opened up more opportunities for both Mark Ingram and Kamara this week. While the Lions have been tough on runners overall, this defense has surrendered 6.4 catches in the 6th most receiving yards with 58.2 yards per game to opposing backs. Start the rookie this week. I say so too. He comes the number 2 running back for the New Orleans Saints, and just catching the ball out the backfield would definitely be difficult for the Lions offense. Rushing wise, he probably won't get the points, but I think he'll have more than 5 catches overall against this Detroit Lions defense. The next running back that we have on our list here is Javorius Allen from the Baltimore Ravens versus the Chicago Bears defense. The Ravens backfield has been tough and to predict at times, but Allen did lead the team in snaps with 47 and touches of 25 in last week's win over the Oakland Raiders. I'll put him in your starting lineup as a flex against the Bears. Their defense has allowed a double-digit PPR fantasy points to at least one opposing runner in every game this season. He did run all over the Oakland Raiders last week, and it was a struggling defense for the Oakland Raiders, and the Baltimore Ravens definitely got their running game going with Javorius Allen. Hopefully they can still do it more this week versus a really bad Chicago Bears defense. But I do like this pick for Javorius Allen to play against the Chicago Bears. And the final running back that we have on our list here is Ameer Abdullah going up against the Detroit Lions versus the New Orleans Saints defense. Abdullah has seen his numbers rise and fall on the regular season basis, but I do like him based on this week matchup versus the New Orleans Saints. Their defense has allowed an average of 28 PPR points per game to running backs, including the most receptions of 8 receptions per game and the most receiving yards of 75.8 yards per game to the position. I will consider Abdullah as a nice flex. Now, we know that the New Orleans Saints defense has never really been good this year. I think they are the last and final defense outside of the Patriots and the Bears and the 49ers as far as that defense goes. So I really do like Ameer Abdullah out the backfield of not running downhill but side by side and catching the football as well. So he will be great for a flex play this week. Here are some other running backs outside of my top 5 running backs that might be sleepers that should be on the waiver wire and should be great for you in your lineup. We have Jay Ajayi versus the Falcons. We have Lamar Miller versus the Cleveland Browns. We have some other big sleepers as Mike Gillislee at the Jets and Elijah McGuire versus the Patriots. And there you have it, guys. They are my top 5 running backs that should be in your lineup for NFL Week 6 fantasy football. If you're new to this page and you're new to the channel, I would consider you to subscribe to our channel to get all the latest news and the latest updates on who to start and who to sit in your NFL week by week lineups. I am Darian from the Spotlight Sports Talk, and I'll see y'all later in the next video. Peace.